I have played several Harvest Moon games over the years, from the first one on the Super Nintendo to the most recent ones, but about a year or so ago, after having played so many of them over time, I realized that I was kind of missing the point of the game, or rather, missing a lesson the game had to offer. You see, whenever I played the Harvest Moon game, it always ended up becoming some sort of time management simulator. It was basically like this. Let's say the character wakes up at 6 am and needs to be back in bed at midnight. So the plan would be to find out how many crops I could water until the stamina reached almost zero, then proceed on to the animals and optimize everything so I could end those tasks as early as possible. Then head over to the hot springs to recover some stamina, whilst making sure to time it just right so I would find any NPCs of interest along the way, so I could talk and increase their friendship levels. Then I'd head down the mine and get whatever I could until the clock hits a specific hour. Then scavenge the forest for wood, flowers, mushrooms, or just about anything I could find. Finally return back to the farm and sell everything I had collected. By this point, the day would be probably half gone. Up next would be a trip to the village. Here I'd memorize where I can find every NPC so I can talk to them in a very specific order, considering the best and fastest route while on my way to the harbor. Once there, fish until I can't fit anything else in the rucksack, hurry back home to sell it all, and by then it was probably close to midnight. So all I had to do would be go to sleep and do it again the next day. Over time you get more money and resources which can be used to improve your tools and get work done faster, allowing you to plant more, buy more animals, and in turn make more money. The result? By the end of the first year, or halfway through the second, you basically have done almost everything the game had to offer. So what would be the point to keep on playing it? I would typically get bored before I even reached the third year, which is traditionally the deadline year set for you to restore the farm and then present you with the ending credits. I know I'm not alone here either. I'm sure a lot of people have played the games just like that. And I'm not saying it's wrong to play the game like that. You can play the game in whatever way you feel like. As long as you have fun, who cares? But then I remember reading an interview with the game's creator where he says that the inspiration for the Harvest Moon series came from memories of his childhood in the countryside. After moving to the big city and experiencing the fast-paced life as an adult, the peaceful and quieter lifestyle from his younger days is what he based some of the concepts for the game on. And there I realized I was kind of missing the point of Harvest Moon by playing the game the way I did. Or like I said, I was missing a lesson the game had to offer. So I decided that the next time I played a game from the series, I was going to try playing it in a different way. After taking care of the crops and animals, I would do whatever I felt like doing. On some days I would mine, others I would fish, and some of them I would just walk around and talk to the NPCs. If I met someone along the way, nice. If I didn't, it's all fine. It didn't matter how much stamina was left or how late it was. If I wanted to keep going, I would keep going. And if I decided it was good enough for the day, I'd move on to the next one. Turns out that even when playing on that slower pace, 3 years proved to be more than enough to explore everything the game had to offer. You don't always have to do everything at the same time every day, sticking to a strict schedule. You don't always need to use 100% of your time to do as many things as possible and in the most effective way all the time. Don't get me wrong, it's good to be effective, it's good to give it your best, and it's good to achieve as much as you can, absolutely. But you've got to remember it's also okay to pause and take it easy every now and then. If today you just feel like going for a walk without any goal in your mind, then just go and walk. Do what you have to do, sure, we all have our obligations, but don't judge yourself too much for enjoying doing something just because you could be doing something else. Time is precious, time is limited, and you can't get it back, so nobody wants to feel like they're wasting it. But the lesson here, I think, is that there is a difference between wasting time and just letting yourself enjoy it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.